Happy Monday. Welcome to Brain Power number 3. Hey, you will notice I'm missing a super attractive counterpart of mine, my better half, Lauren. She's hanging out and she's got a lot of family stuff going on today. So, you know what? It may not be as awesome of a show without her, but I promise to deliver the goods when it comes to brain power. Today's all about, we do this every Monday at 2, for those that are just joining us, every Monday, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. I want to know what you're thinking in the comments. I want to know what you're not thinking in the comments, what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear, the words you want me to use, the words you don't want me to use. I want them all in the comments, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. Talk to me. Let me know what you're thinking. Where's your head at? When it comes to brain power, what does brain power even mean? What's the purpose of brain power? Brain power to me means, hey, a lot of the battles, a lot of the wars, a lot of the games are won up here, in our head, in our brain, in our psyche, in our confidence, in our ability to talk ourselves into being able to do something, in our ability to be able to deliver when we are called upon. And so when it comes to brain power, that's one of the big things I think about is, hey, you know what? What are we doing that we need to keep doing? What are we doing that we need to quit doing? Everybody's different. When I think about brain power, I think about everything up here. That's why today's topic is all about head games. Whether you're playing head games with other people, whether you're playing head games with yourself, being able to flip a switch, being able to keep your mindset right, being able to say, hey, you know what? The other team, the other squad, they may be bigger, they may be more talented, they may be more prepared. They may be faster, stronger, maybe able to jump higher or whatever. Maybe they got more experience, more sales experience. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You are in control. But they cannot outwork you. They cannot over-deliver more than you can. They can't sell. They can't see more people. They can't grind harder than you. The things that you can make up are, hey, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to outwork everyone else. My father taught me a long time ago, man. He said, Cody, don't let anyone ever outwork you. And I think I do a pretty good job, but I think my team would agree. Could I do better? Can I work harder? Dude, there's days where that's one thing. I think on my day when I'm winding down, and I appreciate Albert joining, James on YouTube. What's up, gentlemen? When I'm winding down my day, every night, you know what I'm thinking about? What did I do today to further the cause, to further my mission, to further my legacy? Did I do enough? And a lot of times the answer is, hey, I didn't do enough. Can I do more? Or maybe I had a jam-packed full day and I did all I could and I did an incredible job. It varies day by day. Some days Cody is a chump, man, and some days Cody is right on freaking point. Dylan, the camera guy back there, so he's added freaking to his language now, because to his repertoire now because of me. That's something my mom used growing up a lot, and I think I just picked up on that. But I'm not someone that uses curse words to talk. There's a lot of super well-known people that they think they need to use cuss words and curse words to get their message across. Dude, I'm here to tell you, it doesn't help. It doesn't at all. Kyle, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. What's up, brother? You are 100% right. James on YouTube is accepting the mental challenge, getting better, getting stronger. We're still going to spit some game today. We're still going to have an incredible show. Now, is the set near as good looking as normal? Absolutely not. Because y'all know my wife is a babe, and she's awesome. She's one of the most positive people I know. She's got one of the best personalities that I know. She is incredible. And she's missed today, but she'll be back next week, I promise. So today, head games. It all starts up here. I'm a firm believer. It's all about head games. It's all about your mind. It's all about what you're going to do. I think the biggest 3 areas of head games is, I think the 3 things that affect your head. When you think about brain power, there's 3 things that affect your head and that play head games with you. The first thing is your previous experiences. When it comes to previous experiences, I'm talking about those things that have affected, a lot of times you wake up and you either think you can do something or can't do something based on your previous 24 hours. I did a video last week. I wake up all the time and I write down my goals every morning. Some days, Dude, Cody's jacked. He's rared up. He's ready, even more than right now. And he's like, I can accomplish anything. I'm talking in the third person. Some days I can accomplish anything, and I believe it. Some days I'm like, dude, if we only get 1,000, 2,000 people at this event, I'm a chump. And there's other days that maybe I had a poor day or a bad day or not an incredible day the day before. And during that day, maybe when I wake up the next morning and try to write down my goals, I don't try, I do it. When I write down my goals, I do my push-ups, my sit-ups, my jump roping, and write down my goals. That's the fourth thing I do every morning. When I write down my goals, some days I let the previous day affect my head, and I start to believe that those goals may be too big, that those goals maybe aren't big enough. That maybe, and so a lot of times you're letting your previous experiences, whether it's your previous job experiences, your previous family experiences, your previous sales experience, whatever it is, your previous day, you're letting that, you're taking a bad day and turning it into a bad week. You're having a bad week and you're turning it into a bad month. I'm a big believer. I write down my goals because I want to reset my mind. I want to reset Cody. I want to be the best Cody that I can be day in and day out. So if I don't reset my mind, if I don't think through, okay, hey, I had a bad day yesterday, I'm resetting my mind to write down my goals right now, and I'm not letting that affect me. There's some days where I write down my goals and I'm like, Cody, dude, you need to be thinking bigger. That's because I'm resetting my mind and I'm making sure I'm focused on that day so that nothing ever, it's easy to do 100 push-ups. Can I do 100 phone calls? No excuses. Dude, I love that. James, man. Exactly. Exactly. Have your non-negotiables. I have my non-negotiables, the things that I'm going to do day in and day out, no matter what, no matter who shows up. I don't care if, Tony Robbins wants to come and, fly me to the Caribbean. Dude, I've got my non-negotiables. I got my things I got to do every single day, my push-ups, my sit-ups, my jump roping, my goals, every single day. I also try not to eat things that are going to affect me, Shoot, Lindy, my assistant, we were about to get some barbecue earlier, but I'm like, you know what? I may be asleep during the show, so I may not want to eat barbecue. Be thinking about what's going on and how it may affect you. So that's the biggest thing. Head games. Previous experiences will affect you a lot. The second thing that can also affect you are the people around you. When you think about head games, are you allowing the people in your life to affect you? Fortunately, I've surrounded myself with a lot of great people. Our team never affects me in a negative way at all. Now, does everyone have someone in their life that could easily affect them, or that could easily bother them, or that could easily influence them in a negative way? Yeah, I've got some friends that'll call and say, dude, what are you doing? You think you're going to get thousands of people to come to a conference with, they're like, you're insane, dude. You're nuts. Dude, I'm freaking super insane. I'm super nuts. But I don't let them affect me. Some people think that, you know what, that sounds insane. It sounds crazy. You're thinking too big. You're thinking too small. Whatever it is. I want people around me that are believing I'm thinking too small. I don't want people around me that are thinking I'm thinking too big or that don't believe in me. DJ, Matt, Rance Daddy, Greg, Dylan, Lindy, all these people on our team that are in the studio right now working away, they believe in us. They believe in me. They believe in our mission, our cause, in helping people. That's the biggest thing. Head games, that's the second thing. Don't let people around you influence you. If they are, either get rid of them or tell them not to say that garbage around you or in front of you, because I promise there's certain people in your life that you will believe that what they're saying is true, or that what they're saying could actually be affecting you. What's up, guys? Sales Closer, the good. Also, Mark on Facebook, as you say, you have to reset daily. That's the biggest reason I write down my goals every morning. Because if I don't, I notice when I don't. Because, for instance, I had a basketball tournament early Saturday morning. I didn't write down my goals on Saturday morning. And I always do every weekday. I ran out of the house and forgot to on Saturday. I'm human. Well, guess what? By Saturday night, I maybe didn't believe in myself or what I wanted to accomplish as much as I previously did. So if you're an insurance agent, you're struggling, you want to be better, you got to win the head game. You got to win the head game with previous experience. You can't let previous experiences affect your head. You can't let people around you affect your head. And then number 3, you can't let a lack of confidence or a lack of ability in yourself or maybe you don't have the ability. At least believe that you do. Because I remember in high school or in college, we would play, or you even see it all the time in professional sports all the time. There's teams. One team is always better than the other team. A lot of times, I would talk myself into, hey, this other team's better. We're probably not going to win this game. If I believed that for a second, I lost. Or if I thought, hey, this kid played some Division I basketball. He can guard. He's probably a really good defender. He'll probably shut me down. Naturally, because of the way I'm thinking, naturally, I'm not as aggressive on the court as I should be, because I'm letting my lack of ability or my confidence affect my attitude. Cody, how do you train yourself to respond with kindness and professionalism when clients are rude, when they talk over you, or when they raise their voice? Tell us, closer. That's a phenomenal question, because I'm telling you what, dude, that takes. I'm glad that you noticed, man, because it ain't easy. It takes some work, but the biggest thing is, and it happens all the time, even in our office, we get disgruntled customers. The last thing I'm going to do is get upset, raise my voice. The answer to your question, Sales Closer on YouTube, is if I let someone else affect me, or if I get upset, or if I respond negatively, or if I respond unprofessional, what's going to happen? It's not going to get me closer to my goal. If I'm cold calling every Tuesday like I do, you guys see it every Tuesday, when I'm cold calling and someone says, hey, dude, don't call me. If I say, well, you're not on the do not call list, if I jumped in and said something like that and I let it affect me, guess what? I'm definitely not making a sale from that. That's the biggest thing is, what's your goal? What's your mission? What do you want to accomplish? If getting rude with someone, if yelling at someone or being unprofessional isn't going to get you closer to your goal, then it's not worth doing it. When I'm thinking about what I'm looking to accomplish and what I want to do with my life, and okay, if my goal is to generate a lead, if I'm rude to somebody, dude, I ain't getting that as a lead. And I want every lead. I believe everybody I ever talk to, I can create them as a lead, I can create them as an appointment, or I can create a sale. But if I let little experiences affect me, just like that, Sales Closer, we're talking about head games. What was number one? Previous experiences. That's a previous experience. It just happened. Now I've got a chance to respond to it. How am I going to respond? When they say, Cody, I'm not interested. I hate your guts. You're annoying. You have a horrible voice. And you know what? You're not a cool kid. Fantastic. I still got to make sure we get you the free information. Should we drop it off like what, Tuesday or Wednesday? I'll make sure I'm in a better mood that day so you like me. Would you prefer Tuesday or Wednesday? Every experience is a chance to further your mission, to further your cause, to get a lead, to set an appointment, to make a sale. Everything you do, you have I don't care if they're negative. I don't care if they're rude. I don't care if clients hate your guts. It's an opportunity. And when it's an opportunity, I'm going to focus and exploit every opportunity I possibly can. So thank you for the question. James, mentally be a leader, a Spartan, no other option. Dude, you're so right. It's all about focus. It's all about being on point. It's tough. The average, 92% of insurance agents fail. Only 8% of agents actually succeed. How would most agents respond? When that happened, how would most agents respond if you were sitting there and the client said, do not ever call me again? How would most agents respond to that? And then respond the opposite way. Because most agents aren't going to say, you know what, you're right, it'll never happen again. Well, I've got you on the phone. Bam, bam, bam. How are most agents going to respond? And then respond different. If you do everything, well, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result? That's why most agents aren't getting the sales, getting the leads, hitting their goals, because they're trying to do the same things, or they're having a bad day, a bad week, or a bad month, and then they just do the same thing next month. Do more. Take more action. See more people. Figure it out. That's the biggest thing with brain games, head games, all of it is don't let previous experiences affect your head. Don't let people around you affect what's between your ears. And don't let your lack of ability or lack of confidence in yourself affect you from being you, from dominating like you know you should. James is right, man. We're helping people every day. We're here to help people. We can't help them if we respond negatively. We can't help them if we don't believe in ourselves. We can't help them if we're not confident. We can't help them if we're not positive. We don't have a positive mental attitude. That was the biggest thing at 19. At 19, I had no insurance experience, no sales experience. I didn't even know what I was doing at all. But one thing I did know is, hey, what I can control is that I'm persistent, that I overcome every objection I ever hear, and that I do it with a positive mental attitude. That's the thing. If you think about it, some things are in our control, and some things are out of our control. Some you can control, some you cannot control. If you can't control it, that's fine. But you can always control how you respond to an uncontrollable. Something happens in your life, something you don't love, something you're not excited about, maybe a bad experience, whatever it is. Something, if you can control it, control it. But if you can't control it, things happen to us every single day that are 100% out of our control. But what we can control when those uncontrollables happen is how we respond as a person. Bad things are going to happen to people every day. Great people, nice people, awesome people. But what they can control is how they respond. And how you can respond is by staying with me. I'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back to Brain Power. I think this is the third one ever. You'll notice I'm missing my extremely beautiful counterpart, better half, Lauren. She does an awesome job. She does a great job on this show. She'll be back next week. She's hanging out with some family. She got some family coming in from all over the country. She's hanging out with them today. If you'll notice, what's in your screen, man? What's below us? 8% Nation. We just added somebody new. We just added Tim Story to the mix. This is in Nashville, end of October 26th and 27th. It's at Titan Stadium, Grant Cardone, Ray Lewis, Tim Story, who's a motivational speaker. I'm talking world-renowned motivational speaker. This guy, dude, I hope someone proves me wrong, but Tim Story will probably be the best motivational speaker at this conference and this event. He is super strong. He's awesome. If I have any say-so over it, or Vince Pompanato or Tyler Rees, any of these other guys, we're going to try to take him down. But I'm telling you what, Tim Story is legit. He's really, really good. So make sure, early bird pricing ends here in a couple days, July 4th. So make sure that you go over there to 8%nation.com. If you're looking to get a ticket, that you have to do that very, very soon. So welcome back. Thanks for being here. During the break, Sales Close said, hey, come on, man, who has my money? Walk us through how to handle retention communications when you get that email from a carrier that you have chargebacks. The first thing is you got to address it. A lot of times agents will ignore. I got good old Vince. I love that, buddy. A lot of times agents will ignore when they get a chargeback. Say it's 13 months down the road, or maybe it's 10 months down the road. Okay, I've already passed my advance. They're like, oh, I don't need to worry about it. The biggest thing is you've got to talk to that client. Whether you talk to them over the phone or whether you go see them You have to conserve the business. You have to do what's best for the client. You've got to be thinking with a positive heart, with a good heart. If your goal is actually to help people and you actually care about people, then you'll call them. You'll see them. You'll try to conserve the business. They may not even be aware. They may have closed a bank account and forgot. You can't assume that just because of that they're naturally just they're just canceling their policy. You never know what's going on in that person's life. That's what you got to remember. Again, controllables. You can't control that the chargeback is in process or that they're thinking about canceling, but what you can control is how you respond to it. That you're positive, that you act like that they're probably unaware, that you assume the whole time that they want to keep their policy. Show me the money, Jose. What's up, buddy? Dude, hey, Tim's story is an animal. Tim is Jim Rohn on steroids. Tim is good. Tim's story is legit. When it comes to public speaking, motivational speaking, empowering an audience, keeping your attention at a conference for 40, 50 minutes, Tim's story is unreal. And I'm super blessed and honored to be on stage with some guys like that are going to drop the mic, bring the heat, and do an incredible, incredible job. So make sure you're there. I want to address a couple things real quick. I wanted to address, and I want you to comment, anything you want me to address, anything that's going on in your life, anything that you do as a ritual in the morning, post it in comments. I want to hear from you over the next few minutes before we close out this show. But the biggest thing is I want to go back to, we started to get some responses, so I want to go back to controlling the controllables. There's things happen in our life all the time. Hey, we can control it or we can't control it. When we can't control it, what you can control is how you respond. And when you respond, put yourself in the client's shoes, the prospect's shoes. If someone responded the way you do, or the way you did, or the way you're going to respond, what would you say? If you were the prospect and someone was saying these things to you or responding this way to you, what would you think? Is it good enough? Have you role played? Have you read your script in the mirror? Are you so used to getting objection and rebuttals that you don't pause? Because one thing is, when you're cold calling, when you're cold prospecting, door knocking, whatever, when someone throws something, they throw a wrench, they drop a boulder in front of you. If you pause and stumble or stutter, or freak out, click. Next. They forgot about you. They hung up on you. They don't have time for you. They don't believe in you. You don't have enough confidence, so they're not going to stick with you. You've got to be able to roll with the punches. When they say, hey, dude, I'm not interested. Absolutely. A lot of people weren't, until they realize, hey, I need the new information. I'm assuming you don't have it yet, so I'm assuming a callback's okay, right? So why don't we call you back, what do you think? Mornings or afternoons? We're calling in the afternoon, so what do you think? Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday afternoon? Which is better? At least respond, at least act like you're planning on overcoming it and getting the result that you want. People are going to drop boulders in front of you. What you can control is how you respond when they drop those giant boulders in front of you. Jose says, hey, I'll be buying leads from you pretty soon. Been watching your videos. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that, man. Our lead department's incredible. James, when they believe that you are their agent, they won't drop their policy ever. That's a big thing. And I want to touch on that because you sell yourself as much as you sell the policy. Dude, you probably sell it more. The biggest thing I noticed is when I used to send out newsletters to clients, every single month I would manually send out newsletters to hundreds and hundreds of clients, close to 1,000 clients eventually, every single month via paper. And that took a lot of work. I'll still get calls, and I haven't done a newsletter in probably 4 years. I'll still get calls that say, Cody, dude, how are you, man? You're like my favorite agent. I miss your newsletter. I miss getting your recipes in the mail. They remember that 4 years later. Talk about leaving a positive impact on someone's life and building a friend. And hey, anybody that needs my email address, it's cody@secureagentmentor.com, cody@secureagentmentor.com. Let's have a show on how to mentally prepare yourself and how to quickly get over procrastination and fear. It's tough because procrastination, fear, obstacles, all those things are going to happen 100% every single day. What you can control is how you respond between your ears, the head games, the head portion. Especially fear. And that's the biggest thing is, I noticed with me, when I thought about the conference, the more I thought about it, the bigger the fear of throwing a gigantic conference and having Grant Cardone and Ray Lewis and doing it at Titan Stadium and all that. The more I thought about it and didn't publicize my thoughts, the bigger the fear got. That's why I'm a very impatient person. That's why I don't think about stuff. That's why when I want to do something, if it's a good idea, I do it immediately. That's why I'm actually not a big fan of patience. Yeah, there's patience. There's times in life where patience is valuable and it's good, but not when it comes to holding me back from doing what I know I should be doing. I need to be taking action. I need to be making decisions. I need to not let fear, I need to get rid of fear. It's going to grow, it's going to fester, you're going to start to believe parts of it, and then you're going to not do anything. That's the biggest thing. People come up with million and billion dollar ideas all the time. All the time. Things that they know they should do if they're like, oh, if I just had the money, or they're like, oh, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, maybe I can't do this, maybe I'm not sure if I can do this, man, this would be a lot of work, it would kill me over the next year, whatever it is. You talk yourself into not doing stuff that you know you should be doing. Great energy, Cody. Thank you, John. I appreciate all the comments on YouTube, Facebook. Lauren just jumped on, missed being on the show today, but Cody Askins holding the fort down. Hey, it's not as good as you being here, babe, but thanks for the comment. She'll be back next week. And the set will get a lot better looking. The set will get a lot more positive. The set will get a lot more exciting. This is for sure. All right, we got a couple more minutes. What else can help answer in comments? I appreciate all the kind words, all the positive thoughts, all the positive comments. I'm going to leave you with three things again. Head games. The third episode of Brain Power is all about head games. I'm a big believer in mindset. I'm a big believer in head games. There's three things that affect your head all the time. Previous experiences that maybe the previous 24 hours. You're letting those affect your mindset. People around you. You're letting people around you that are negative, that aren't sure in you, that doubt you. You're letting them affect you. And also your confidence. Your lack of ability and your lack of confidence in yourself will play a big, big portion in your head, in your psyche. I remember it from high school, college, tournaments, whatever it is. When I believed that the opponent was better than me, as soon as I believed that they were, because I wasn't as aggressive, I didn't have that killer mentality. I didn't believe in myself enough to destroy them, and that's one of the big reasons that I am a firm believer in mindset. If I would have known and reacted and thought bigger, spent more money, took more action, took more risk 8 years ago when I got started in this business, there's no telling where I would be today. You're going to learn things along the way. Don't hesitate. Don't be patient. If it's the right thing to do, do it. And as James says on YouTube, get your butt on the phone, no excuses. I love it. Hey, let's 10x these last 2 quarters, Cody. Let's roll. Let's do it. Let's keep it up. All right. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being on. Brain Power number 3. I look forward to seeing you again next Monday. Brain Power every Monday at 2. We also do cold calling every Tuesday at 2. Deal Breakers with Dave every Wednesday at 2. Nothing on Thursday yet. And Fridays, every Friday, we've got Agent Nation with Dallas. We have a lot of fun. We keep it real. We bring positive energy to you to get you jacked up and get you focused on making this week the best week of your life. So in closing, get your head right. Believe in yourself. Don't let previous experiences affect you. Don't let people around you affect you. Have some confidence in yourself and your ability. I promise you can do a lot more than you think. And write your goals down every morning and every night. Thanks for being on. Have an incredible week. And make sure you go to 8percentnation.com and get your ticket.